Do you want to see how I develop a forward-moving fighting style in dogs from a young age? If you do, then you need to watch this video. Okay, so the first thing we're going to need to do is have the right equipment. I need something for the dog to bite. This is an Alpha K9 barrel. I really like these things. They're big, they're hard, really forces the dog to open its mouth and grip into it. No frontal bite in here. Next thing we're going to need is something to hold the dog. So either a nice 3-meter lead and a harness, or if the dog's a bit older and you can work them on a collar, just work them on the collar. The dog I'm going to be working now is not very old at all, can't remember quite how old, so I'm going to be doing it on a harness. Next thing we're going to need is a dog. We've got everything we need now, so let's get started. So first thing we need is a dog with the drive to engage in something. As you can see, Hazel really wants to get this toy, so I can let her wind herself up a little bit on the collar. What I like to do is when I get the barking that I like a little bit more, is I'm going to come in, grab the cheeks, stop him, boom, and get a bite in it. So straight away, as soon as teeth are on, I am trying to take it off her, exactly like you'd tell a pet owner not to do with their dog. So you can see how possessive she is and how much she wants to keep that. So if I work this here, and I encourage her to really grip down and clamp on, we've got that now, and then I come in, put a little bit of opposition into the collar and let her run away. She starts to learn that when she runs from that opposition, she gets to claim the resource more. Now this is helpful because it means once I trigger that response or create that response, as I turn the dog this way, now I can create a new game. So I can put a little bit of pressure away from me there, grab the lead and let her run through my legs. So again, she's created space by taking that pressure forward and winning the object. So again, if I can bring her back up here, you can hear how much she wants that, growling her little head off. I can swap round this way, and now with a little bit of pressure away from me, pushing the dog away, making her think that I'm trying to take it off her, I can reward her by giving her space. Now it's not a conventional reinforcement, it's not like a yes and getting some food, but it's pre-macking. So the more desirable behavior here is to get the toy and then to run through my legs. So again, she brings it into me, she's working against me here, she's trying to grip it and get it there. Now if I get her stood up, put a little bit of pressure on her, boom, and she runs away. Over time, I'm gonna add more resistance into this, and it's gonna look a little bit more like what I do with the next dog. So what we're doing here is we're both competing for the same object. She really wants it, and I really want it too. So what I'm trying to teach her is that the stimuli of me pushing against you should result in you trying to push through me. What I want fight work to be is a competition for space. So I want to move this line back this way towards the camera, and you can see she's pushing into me there, trying to move it. I want to teach you where the openings are in that. So if I push back in now, trigger that opposition reflex, boom, clean breakaway through. Once she's over there and she feels like she's safe, I can come back in, and then I can begin the competition for the resource again. So I'm here, I can get her used to me touching her, grabbing her, picking her up, and here I can feel some tension. So what I'm going to do is boom, let her run straight through that line again. This teaches her that forwardness always wins. One more time for the camera this way. So you can see she's sat down now, she's neutral, she's not trying to go anywhere. I'm pulling up on her here, creating a little bit of opposition, so she's trying to push her head down. So if I change the script a little bit, see that instant reaction, boom, straight through the legs again. Right, let's go get Oakley and show you with a more developed dog. Okay, so now the medium's changed. Now we're using a bite sleeve, but we're looking for the same behavior. So if I push on Oakley, you can see instantly through the conditioning that we've done, I've managed to transfer what was the lead pulling into what the decoy does. So now, as a decoy, if I push on this dog, she pushes back on me in order to try and make me relax. So as I tense up and I push, her realization is that if she wants that pushing to stop, she's got to be the aggressor and she's got to move forward. And she realizes that by how I respond, by going more relaxed. So you see, even as I go relaxed, now she's moving around the back and trying to take me off balance so that she can push me down, 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 and then take control there. Now this I don't really like because it's easy for me to get up here. So I want to show her, if you mess up and you leave space, then I have the space to get up. But what she did is she fought well, and then she moved into a better position there where it's harder for me to get back up now.
So every time I push the direction, the force into her here, she understands that in order to get that pressure to stop, if I really try and get up, boom, she's got to fight through that pressure in order to switch it off and get me to go relaxed and limp here. Now this bit, she's moved all her weight over here, so it's very easy for me to show her that she made a mistake and I can gain some ground again and get back to my feet. Now this is a less dominant position for the dog because now I'm able to push her away. I can put some space on, but did you see that? So I push her here, give her a little smack, try and get her to move away from me, boom. She pushes in, and she takes me down and she drives me onto the back again. This is where she wants me because this is the most control that she has over the fight. And you can see as I try and push her, she'll actively try and make me stop by using more aggression. If I try to move her legs, she won't let me do that because she knows where she's strong. If I move her over here, boom, she wants to come back to there because I've taught her through sparring, through rolling. If I get you to there and you don't fight it, I can get back to here. But look at that again, that same picture. I moved her away and she fought back for that control to get back on top and be winning the fight. Boom, boom, boom. She wins, she runs away. Now she's gonna pick up that other toy because she's a bad dog. So this isn't gonna win you any trials. You're never gonna see this on any sort of trial, but this is the foundations of what I want out of a dog in bite work. Like, don't just let me pick you up and throw you around. Resist it, fight back, do something about it so that you can stay. Look at that there, look at the way she's trying to push me to move me off my line. This is what I want from all my biting dogs, is to be active problem solvers in the fight. The problem is I'm stood up and I'm putting pressure on you. The solution is if I relax, boom, boom, get me off balance, take me down, pin me, and then hold that position. We do that through active, I'm gonna call it sparring sessions, where I let the dog make mistakes and then find out what happens when you do make mistakes. The more you let me move you, good, without trying to be in this position, the more I'm gonna get them to the dominant position. And as they get older, I can put more and more fight in and make it so the dog really has to work hard, boom, so that they know decoys aren't just there to let them fucking throw you. Sorry, I just swore on YouTube. To let them throw you around. The decoy's there to challenge you and make you work out how to win this particular fight. Good girl.
So that's a very short Cliff Notes version of how I'm teaching my dogs to remain forward, active problem solvers during a bite work session or a fight or whatever you want to call it. If it was helpful, if you like that and you want to know more, subscribe for more videos, like it so that these videos get more attention. And if you'd like to work with me, my name's Lewis. I'm the owner, founder of Legio X working dogs, and I do one-to-one sessions, sell dogs, train dogs, everything to do with bite work dogs I do. So you can find all my socials down in the links below, my website for booking, everything can be found down there. So see you soon.